So before I start this movie review, I just want to give a big shout out to IMDb, where I get all my information and fun facts from. What's up, everyone? I'm your host with the most, Movie Mania Nick. And today I saw a film. I went to go see The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It starred Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal, Tiffany Haddish, and Neil Patrick Harris. And the director was Tom Gormican. So this movie is basically about, in this action-packed comedy, Nicolas Cage plays Nick Cage, channeling his iconic character as he's caught between a superfan and a CIA agent. Alright guys, so I just got out of the movie theater from seeing The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And honestly, I enjoyed this film. I liked it. It's your typical Nicolas Cage, or Nick Cage. His emotions, his expressions, his facial expressions, his yelling. It's a funny movie. I was laughing. Just a heads up though, this is not a family-friendly movie. There's a lot of curse words, and I mean a lot of curse words. A lot of F-bombs, a lot of other curse words. And to tell you the truth, from watching this movie, it does actually go into how a lot of other actors out there have a big ego, and they talk about themselves all the time. And that's what it was like in this movie. Nicolas Cage was always talking about himself, his movies, how great it was, and this and that. And I mean, you have to see this film to understand it and what they were talking about. But I would say the comedy duo of Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal was hysterical. It's so funny. I mean, they were actually doing scenes because Pedro Pascal is a big fan of Nicolas Cage. And there's some scenes in this movie where they actually relive or reenact scenes from his other films. But like I said, I don't want to give away too much. You have to watch to find out what this movie's all about. It's funny. It's a pretty good film. Let's just say what's the word they use? It's the fourth dimensional. They break the barrier of the wall, but don't really look at the camera. But it's like a film within a film. If you understand, I understand what that means. But if you guys understand that, you know what I mean. It's a film within a film. And I also like how they brought back some other movies from Nicolas Cage. They were talking in the movie, and how there were some fun facts about that film, like the Gone in 60 Seconds. They do mention that, and it is true what they say, if you've seen the film. But really, I mean, you have to realize too, like, Nicolas Cage, he was great in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and then he just, I wouldn't say he got lost, but he still does films, but he does these weird and strange films than like kind of the normal films. This is kind of a film, like, if you guys remember years ago, they made that film with John Malkovich, Being John Malkovich. It's kind of like that in a way. Because in this film, there is another person in this film, but a younger Nick Cage, but it's actually his self-conscious. Like the crazy Nicolas Cage. And in almost every other action drama comedy or drama, I would say action comedy movie or action film, there's always that one character that's just a pain in the butt that you just want to get rid of them. And there was one guy in this film that they did, and it's like, this guy again? Can we get rid of this guy? And you'll see what happens to him. Also, it is a movie of making fun of other movies. It really is. That's really what it is. And also how Nicolas Cage, he needs a job, and he thinks acting, it is a job, but it's a career too. And it's a career, but it's a job, and you have to make money if you have a family and provide for them, and that's part of the storyline too. But there were parts in this film where it's just, you see scenes and lines from other movies he's made. That's what made it really well and pretty good and funny. I mean, what got me was the Castor Troy from Face Off with the golden guns. That was hysterical. That was pretty good. But otherwise, I don't want to go too much into it. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. You have to see the movie to find out what it is or what it's like. But overall, would I recommend to see this film? Yes. You could see it in a movie theater or just wait till it comes out. If you like Nicolas Cage, definitely see this film. It's a must. I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed the film. Like I said, it made me laugh. It really did. But as usual, you can wait until it comes out on Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Netflix, whatever else is out there, or whatever else that they're going to release it on. So I give this film a thumbs up. And now it's time for fun facts. At the end of principal photography, the whole cast was gifted a pillow with Nicolas Cage's face on it, each autographed by himself. Nicolas Cage was against the idea of playing himself, turning down several offers, about 3 or 4 times. In real life, Pedro Pascal is a genuine fan of Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage plays dual roles of himself in this picture. The Nick Cage character within the film doesn't belong to the Coppola family, but in real life, he was born into the Coppola family, and he is a nephew of Francis Ford Coppola. And finally, Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal did their own stunts. Well, most of them. They didn't do all of them, but most. And that's it, guys. That is my movie review for The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, or the Nicolas Cage film. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. As usual, smash that like button, support, share, hit that notification bell. Now for the next video vlog will be up. Also, check me out on Instagram under the same name, Movie Mania Nick. And remember, stay safe, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes!